Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I'm picking up on, it feels like a chaotic energy that you have risen above. It feels like your soul is aligned with the frequency of triumph. And I'm getting a virtue. There was a lot that you had to triumph over in order to survive. And there was a lot of energy around you for a very long time, from a very young age, that did not feel like where you vibrate, the frequency that you vibrate on, which is virtue, virtuousness. I'm getting that it's an absolute miracle that you made it beyond the age of 10. And please know that you are here for a very important reason and you have a very important purpose. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Okay, let's see what's coming through with the wisdom of the Oracle. What do you have for this beautiful being, Spirit? Co-create. I see this as different parts of you that will now be working in unison, in harmony, to create something. It's aspects of yourself that used to be, they were always there, they were always present, but they weren't always aligned. And there's this vibe that you're coming into. It's like a new feeling, a new sense that you have. And it's a sense of togetherness, but it's within yourself. It's harmony. So I'm seeing here this, I think that's a cheetah. Looks like a cheetah. And then there's an owl here. With this cheetah, I'm getting masculine energy. I know they're felines, I believe, but I'm getting masculine energy. I'm getting agility, spontaneity, being able to create at the drop of a dime because you're so comfortable with what you do. You're so comfortable with who you are. You don't have to think about things too much. You don't have to plan things out too much. You just do and create, and you're confident about it. You see how high this cheetah is up there? They know who they are, and so do you. You know who you are. You don't have to question anything about yourself. You've been through it. That was obvious with the opening message. You've seen a lot. And it's a miracle that you're here. I know that you have a story to tell. You have a story to share. You have a story that you carry inside of you, whether you choose to share it or not. I feel like some of you will, though. I feel like it's something that you, at least some of you, feel that you must share. But some of you will carry this story inside you, and you'll allow it to inspire you to create. That's a beautiful process as well. Yeah, you're kind of sitting up there, observing, taking it all in, but you're removed from the chaos now. You've risen above it. There's still chaos down here, perhaps where you used to feel like you were, but you've risen above that, and that is to be commended. But you haven't forgotten where you came from. You still look down there sometimes and you remember what it was like. And I think that for some of you it's a very important mission that you have to help people who are still experiencing whatever it is that you lifted yourself out of. This owl is here, and that's another aspect of yourself. It's your wisdom. It's also your ability to see everything, because you know how the owl turns its head around. I love that. You see from all angles. You see things that people don't even think you see. You are a great observer. And you develop good judgments about what you observe. You don't just look at things and then laugh it off, or look at things and then just shrug it off. You analyze it just enough to apply wisdom to what it is that you've observed, or to extract wisdom from what you've observed. You make every situation useful to you. You allow it to be useful to you. I'm hearing waste not, want not. You don't waste anything. There's nothing about a single experience in life that you don't at least get something out of. A lesson, some joy, some gratitude, something. You make everything useful. And so you're an amazing creator, a very powerful creator. This is card 40. You're protected as you create. I'm getting okay, so 0, well 4 for me is protection, but 0 is the card of new beginnings, like the Fool, right? But then after the Fool comes creation, the Magician, the Manifester. So because you have released worries and pains from the past, or you're still doing that, perhaps. I feel like that's something that we all do continually. You know, we're always healing. But as you let go of pain from the past, you're lightening your load. You have fewer burdens now, so you're able to create and manifest exactly what you are here on this earth to create and manifest. This was in reverse. It kind of flipped out like it was going to be in the upright, but then it was in the reverse. Okay, now look. Here we see again that cheetah. I don't know if it's a cheetah or a leopard. But you see now they're going the distance, but it was in the reverse. So there might be something that you have felt was at least trying to block you or get in the way of keeping you from going the distance, of keeping you from going through that portal. This is card 47. 4 plus 7 is 11. Maybe there's something that you felt was standing at the door trying to block you from getting through. I'm seeing like a bouncer at a club, you know? Maybe it was somebody kind of big and scary, or maybe not so much. Maybe they're not as big and scary as they want you to think they are, but that's how they come across, you know? Maybe their vibe has been communicating to you that there's something you couldn't do, or there's something that you weren't cut out for. But I'm hearing that that's bullshit. I'm hearing that that's a projection of their insecurities. And that you have every right to go the distance. One more from this deck. Yeah. Building blocks. You're going to keep building. 11:11 on the timer. You're going to keep building. You're going to keep creating. I love this card because she looks kind of like, she's got a mask on her face. Like one of those, like theatrical masks, like the Halloween party masks. I don't know. But she's kind of like, it almost looks like her eyes are at least partly closed. And so it gives me the vibe of not necessarily knowing exactly where she's going. Not having it all figured out. But she's chill. She knows it's all good. She knows she's still building. And also, one beautiful part of building is having your eyes closed, because you can see your dreams more when you have your eyes closed, you know? We don't have to be so hyper-focused on this reality, on this 3D. It's like, have enough awareness to know what your next step is going to be in this 3D, but also take time to dream and to enjoy that 5D as well. Float on the astral as well as you build, as you create. Stay in touch with your inner child. Stay in touch with your creative nature. Stay in touch with what you feel. And let that come through in your creative endeavors as well. Let yourself get lost as you create, as you build, as you grow. You know? Ashe. I want to take a little bit deeper look, a deeper look at what is blocking you, or what you might have felt at some point was blocking you. Divine, what's this blockage? Okay, King of Wands. Justice. Dr. Buzzard. Daughter of Coins. Strength. Daughter of Baskets. Daughter of Sticks. The Freeman. Yeah, the Hierophant. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Well, somebody's getting justice. Like, the scales are being balanced. I feel like with this King of Wands here, there's a very... Yeah, I mean, look. Doesn't that look like somebody that would stand at a door saying, no, you can't come in? No, this isn't for you. Doesn't that look kind of like the bouncer I was talking about? I mean, he might not be as big and, you know, but yeah, he gives me bouncer vibes. It's almost as if there's this figure here saying, what makes you think you can do that? Or what do you think gives you the right to go to this level? Like, you think you're getting there? You think you're getting through this door? Opposition. Intimidation. That's the vibe I'm getting. Intimidation. Also, I have never noticed this in this card, and I love this deck. I use it a lot. But there is a bottle of wine or liquor right here. This person may have been using substances or abusing substances. And that, I'm getting that that could have impacted their temper and their temperament. Perhaps they were very impulsive, this King of Wands. I'm hearing very unjust, completely out of alignment with justice, which is lovely because we have the Justice card showing up right here. So I need you to know that whatever it is that this King of Wands was doing to try to intimidate you, to try to block you, to try to determine the direction that your life was going to take, or the direction that your destiny was going to go in, those scales are being balanced. And this justice comes as a result not only of your actions that you've taken, but also because the divine says it's time for things to be set straight, for things to be made right. I'm getting that this King of Wands is extremely insecure, but they were able to rule people for far too long because they wore a mask that worked for them for a while. But their time has run out. The energy that they used to manipulate and to control others, it was borrowed. Their time is up. We've got Daughter of Coins and Strength. You know, this is right under this co-create card. I see this card as aspects of yourself that are sort of blending and coming into unison in order to assist you on your creative path. And this is a part of your evolution. This is a part of your ascension. But I also see external forces coming into alignment for you in a very supportive way. Look at this card. You have to see that. You know? These are positive vibrations of support, harmony, peace, maybe some socializing, okay? But it feels like good-natured company. It's nothing that's forced. It's nothing that you don't want to do. It's good vibes. And this brings a fruitful opportunity for you. With it being coins energy, pentacles, it brings a fruitful opportunity for you to build and grow. You've got strength. This is your courage. This is the courage that you have gathered as a result of all the experiences you've been through. Like what Spirit brought through at the very beginning, those things that anyone would be astonished that you made it beyond. It's mind-blowing that you're still here. That's testimony of your strength. And this is something that you will carry with you throughout everything. Every single day of your life. Every single thing that you create will have a signature, like the energy signature of your strength. It'll have an imprint of your strength. And I'm hearing that that's what you'll be known for. That's what you'll be recognized for, is the strength that you carry inside you and that you infuse into every single project that you work on. Every single item that you create or craft with your hands. Everything. Every word that you speak. With the Daughter of Baskets here and Daughter of Sticks. So Daughter of Cups and Daughter of Wands. It's like you're equal parts love and creativity, water and fire. And it doesn't matter what your natal chart looks like. This might work out that it's actually true. Regarding your natal chart, you might have a lot of water and a lot of fire, but even if not, this is your energy signature. You have a lot of water and a lot of fire. You are very creative and you create from a place of love. Your inspiration is obvious. People can feel it. It's the first thing that people notice about you is your inspiration, your passion, but also your sense of connection. Also, you're a being that's always prepared. You always have what you need. I feel like this is both figurative and like physical, like literal. It feels like you're a person who's always well prepared in the physical realm. And perhaps you're more prepared than you think that you are. But also you have this sense of confidence that calms people. It quiets their fears. And it makes them feel like they have everything that they need and that they are exactly where they need to be. It's very reassuring. I'm hearing you let people know what the fuck it is. Yeah, and you're not afraid to let them know. I feel like you have all the fire that you need to get your point across. And you have the passion that you need to make it understood that you will be respected, that you and yours will be respected, or else you will be left alone. So if a person cannot respect you, then they need to move along. That's the vibe. There's this freedom, this sense of freedom that's really beautiful that you have in your spiritual walk, in your spiritual path. You don't give too much weight to tradition. You respect it, you learn from it what needs to be learned, but you don't always feel like you have to follow the rules, and that's something that makes you unique. Also, this speaks to, with the Fool being here right next to the Hierophant, it's like whatever that King of Wands that was controlling and domineering and pushy and cruel, You're not having that. It's a new day. You're doing things your way. You're doing things the way that you are guided to do them. The way that you're guided by your soul to move. That's how you move. I'm hearing, I like the way you move. I like the way you move. Is that Outcast? But Spirit is saying they like the way you move. I know that song is not like, I'm talking about what I sang. The lyrics that I just sang. Okay? But Spirit is saying that they like the way you move. It's the way you vibe. And they're saying that even with this situation with the King of Wands, they like the way you handled it. They love it. You moved with dignity and honor. They said you brought honor to your legacy. Strength and courage. These are the vibes that you have infused your bloodline with. Courage, dignity, strength, peace, passion, courage. And you have gone the distance. So whatever was in question about you going the distance, it's not in question anymore. You've proven yourself and you continue to prove yourself each and every day. There's no question, there's no doubt. I want to see about what it is that you're building. Okay, they said this one. Thank you, Divine. What is it that this beautiful being is building with, because remember we had building blocks here. Please share more, Spirit, regarding what this beautiful being is building. Oh, wow. Completely heart focused. Okay, so you've got the temple path. This is about your divine path. It's also about seeing things from a different perspective. So what you're building, it gives people a new perspective on life, on whatever it is that you, like whatever space it is that you share in, whether it's something spiritual, something musical, something, or it could be a combination. It could be musical and spiritual, or it could be artistic and spiritual, or it could be, you know, that you have a fashion line or whatever it is that you create. It shows people a different perspective of the world that they never considered, and it helps reveal to that person or to people who engage with your content or with your crafts, with your creations. It reveals to them a different aspect of themselves. It helps them to see themselves more clearly. And you're doing this through the heart chakra, through the heart space. Damn. Okay, Archangel Raphael is coming through. Okay, isn't this the second time? Yeah, because go the distance was 4 + 7, 11. This is 3 + 8, 11. Yeah. So lots of 11s. Portals are open for you to move forward and to build. I feel like this is a wonderful message for you to take in as we enter a new calendar year. Okay, of course we'll have another new year for the new zodiac year, okay? But yeah, this is a shift that we're going to experience, and also I'm seeing all this green. Look at all that green. That's abundance for you. That's also you taking flight. You know how Spirit opened up with that message about the chaos that you have experienced? You're flying above that. But I love that you never forget where you came from. You never forget what you experienced. And I feel like your temple path, your true path, it always brings you to a place where you can do something with that energy that you experienced, that you have healed from, that you are healing from. And that allows you to help others who are going through that same thing or a similar situation. You're extraordinary. You're extraordinary. And it really feels like your heart space is the most beautiful thing about you. You have so many wonderful aspects of you, but your heart space is one of the most beautiful aspects of you. 3111 on the timer. Divine is blessing you with opportunities to collaborate with others if you wish to do that. I saw that there with the Daughter of Coins. And these are people who will help you build and grow if you wish to work with others. I feel like for some of you, you are going to have a very solitary path. And that's okay. But Divine wants you to know that if you ever desire assistance, or if you ever come to a point where you need assistance, it will be available to you. Divine is never going to leave you hanging. And so you'll always have the support that you need, whether it's in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. Your needs will be met. Because Divine is going to see you through. Divine is going to see to it that you have what you need. They're going to see to it that you can do it. That's what I heard. Okay, Spirit, y'all rhyming. I see. Spirit's going to see to it that you can do it. All right. They're telling me to pull from this deck. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? Trash can. Release, restart, and renew. Yeah, I feel like something about this King of Wands is in the trash can. I feel like whatever old, outdated beliefs about yourself or about what you could or couldn't do. This is somebody who wanted to hold you back because they gained strength from that temporarily. But see, the things that people gain from another being by siphoning from them, it never sustains them. It's like a lot of times people will siphon energy and you can just tell they're all haughty and arrogant. 3333 on the timer. They think they won. They think they did a damn thing, you know. And they really think they're winning. But all it takes is for that divine being that they siphoned from to wake up. You know, our eyes pop open. We're like, whoa, what? And we realize. And then we begin to awaken more and more deeply. And then we're ready to put something in the trash can. What do we put in the trash can? We put our self-doubt. We put our muddled thinking, because that's what happens to us when we're siphoned from. You know, we feel confused and discombobulated and like, whoa, what just happened? So we purify our energy. And whatever poison and spiritual yuck it is that we pull out of us, that person was trying to infuse us with, so that we would know if we were coming or going, or we wouldn't know who we were, we wouldn't know our power, we wouldn't know what we could do. We cleanse ourselves of that. and we throw it in the trash can. And we look at ourselves like the beautiful beings that we are. That's what you've done. Now you see yourself for who you are. As a capable, competent, beautiful, divine, chosen being. Such a beautiful path. And the most amazing thing is that you're here doing what you do the way that only you can do it. You know? You get to choose how you do it. And I feel like this process is going to feel like just an unfolding. It's just you releasing and letting go of all this stuff from the past, of what someone else, like this King of Wands, wanted for you, that control. And you're just letting yourself reveal to you who you are. Like you're discovering yourself, you know? It's like you're unboxing yourself. You're realizing the magic that you have. Because you're no longer being hidden and covered up and tied up and bound by someone else's expectations or someone else's chaos or someone else's dysfunction. You're just letting yourself be you and enjoying the process of getting to know you, not judging yourself, just letting yourself unfold. And being in awe of who you discover that you are. A star. A star. All right, Spirit. Let's do a shaman's dream. I love this for you, especially for the new year. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit of the river. Movement toward adventure. I love that one. I just heard that's the one. Y'all, 3747 on the timer. I love a good shuffle, but when I hear that's the one, it's the one. And I've never read this one. Now look, behind it was many masks, the authentic self. So, you know, we were talking about masks with that King of Wands. The thing is, masks are also kind of contagious. So a lot of times the people who control us, the people who try to stop us from growing, they wear a lot of masks. And then we find ourselves tending to want to wear a mask. But you were never okay with wearing a mask. You always knew that your authentic self was your best self. So I'm seeing that there. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. Okay, Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. This is card 50. And look, the next card was stars in the sky. I told you got star energy. All right. Okay, Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. So in other words, Divine's got it. Divine's got it. Like that Justice card, Divine said it's time. for justice to come through. So there's a lot that the divine is going to take over, okay, or has taken over. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. There is no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It is simply the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the spirit of the river. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. Ashe. And hearing that is always music to my ears. All will be well. And I'm going to go ahead and say all is well. All is well, because if it will be well, then it is well. Okay? Right? If we know it's going to be all right, then it's all right. Okay? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so grateful that you tuned in, beautiful being. I hope that this message gave you some clarity, some insight, some support, some good vibes. 4141 on the timer. Ashe, I take that as confirmation. Yeah. And I appreciate you so much. And I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.